what card do you think kind of most overperformed what you expected of it?
Stonehill Turtle guy. That card's pretty busted.
Ooh, all right, I'm going to take the easy one first.
Oh, what, dude?
All right, so Sunkeeper Tarim has possibly single-handedly made mid-range type Paladin decks really good. I think, you want me to give you a hint on another sleeper card?
Yeah.
It's also in Paladin. It's 3 mana.
Which one?
It's 3 mana, it's in Paladin. It's neutral.
Oh, Stonehill Defender. A lot of people like that card. I don't think that card's that good.
Wow, really? It's
Yeah.
like a 2 of in both Taunt Warrior, which is a great deck, and a 2 of in Paladin, which, well, in some Paladins.
I'm playing Warrior and Paladin, and I play 0 of that card at this tournament.
Okay.
Neither of my decks should play it, but
All right.
I elected to bring the better strategies for both those decks, in my opinion.
To say, though, that was extremely surprising.
It was much better. I did not
Yes.
think the card would see any play.
Yeah.
I will give you that.
Same.
Well, just in general, I think like Aggro Druid just became really powerful, and it didn't really get that much. I got Living Mana, which I thought was a really cool card, but I didn't necessarily think it was powerful. And it turns out it's very powerful. So I think just small additions to Aggro Druid made it really good.
Crystal Rogue, the quest rogue, the quest that people thought was going to be unplayable, all of a sudden is a tier 1 quest that is running rampant in tournaments. So yeah, that's probably my overperforming card of the set.
Cards like Vicious Fledgling, even like Eggnapper, I expected them to be unplayable, and now they see play in Aggro Druid. And there's a lot of cards like this, like for example the Morlocks, you don't think that they're that good, but then you see the Gentle Megazord and how that impacted it. And there's plenty of cards like that.
I guess Caverns Rogue, the quest, I did not expect that to be good at all. And it's pretty good. It's not like super broken, but it's pretty good.
I guess my sleeper pick would have been Hydrologist. Everyone it was kind of like a card that no one rated too highly, no one rated too lowly. It was kind of the middle of the road, but now it's pretty much in every Murloc or every Paladin deck, and I think it will be for a very long time. Not only that, but it's helped enable many new archetypes like Murloc Paladin, all types of Murloc Paladin.
And what about the other side of the coin? What did you expect to be good that ended up just not performing as well as you thought?
I guess the Hunter quest.
The Hunter quest.
The Hunter quest.
The Hunter quest?
People were kind of scared that it could break the game, and yeah, it just ends up being an unplayable card that really doesn't see a place in the meta.
I expect it to be pretty reasonable, but it's completely unplayable.
He took my answer, so.
I kind of thought the Hunter quest would be that good, or wouldn't be that good, because when you think about it, it's like half the time when you complete the quest, you just don't draw the first raptor, and then you're like, ooh, didn't think this far ahead. So there's already just that built-in failure rate, and like it's so bad to play 1-drops just to play them. Like you just die to every deck. You die to control decks. That deck was, in my opinion, always going to be awful. I was also really surprised that Freeze Mage got good and continued to evolve. I thought Arcanologist was going to be better than people thought, but I didn't think it would be like the nuttiest 2-drop in the deck type thing.
Yeah, along the same lines as Amnesiac there, I think that quests in general were overrated, and...
Oh, I never thought any of those would be good. I'm surprised.
Yeah,
I'm surprised any of the quests
community
you play.
at large.
Yeah.
I rated a few of the cards incorrectly in terms of
5-star Warlock
five-star Warlock quest, famously. So all those turned out to not be that good, except the Warrior and the Rogue one, both of which actually surprised me. Both of which I rated 1 star. Unfortunately.
I'd say everyone expected the Mage quest to be broken
Yeah.
and the Hunter quest. And I don't think people understood going in how bad it is to be down a card. That is so bad. Your deck has to be doing something really good to make up for that. So I always thought they'd all suck. I was surprised any of them saw play, honestly.
Yeah, I mean, that's definitely fair. I think if you were to bet that none of the quests were to see play, you would be...
Oh, you're in the right there, because the odds that over half of them see play is astronomically low.
Most of the cards that I thought would be good ended up being good. I would say there are some cards that I thought would be bad that ended up being great. For example, Ravasaur, the 2-mana 2/2 that adapts if you have 2 guys. I think that card's going to be metagame defining and wild and constructed once there's a couple more Alley Cat type cards, like in Standard. I think that's a card with a lot of potential. I think the Rogue Quest was the card I was most excited to play with before the set came out because I didn't know how to evaluate it. Ended up being really strong. Yeah, I don't know, man. It's like I think I was pretty. I'm like one of the more optimistic reviewers, I guess. I try to like think of the archetype stuff will fit in.
I guess, you know, some people thought Zoo would be decent, and then a lot of people were kind of looking at Hunter as being really good. They did get some good cards, and specifically kind of quests were underwhelming a little, but people kind of predicted that.
Some of the Shaman cards, people expected Shaman to be like tier 1. For example, like Blaze Scholar and Kalimos were really good cards, but kind of not good enough to make Shaman tier 1. And like Shaman barely sees some play right now, and if it sees play, it sees plays in different archetypes. So like Elementals, kind of like not so amazing. Also the Hunter quest, and there were some other quests that people expected to be like really great, and now like only 2 quests are good, the Rogue and the Warrior one.
Pretty much a lot of the quests I thought were going to be much better. The Mage one, for instance, okay, no one thought the Paladin one was going to be good. But just overall, I think everyone overestimated quests a bit, and the quests just overall haven't been doing that well, although the archetypes of the classes of those quests that aren't doing well are still viable because they have other archetypes built around them.